Vapor streaming, just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
What's up, Troy?
Happy Friday, Jerry.
Good to see you, man.
Whew, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. It's been a week.
I'm ready for a good weekend, man.
I'm ready for a good weekend too.
I'm gonna get really fucked up.
I got to hit that thing.
A pretty special piece, man.
Got some vapes to beat up.
Vapor streaming, just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Jerry.
There. Yeah, hi is right, Troy.
Happy Friday pre-stream wake and bake.
Yes, very much.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. That was a great idea, bro. Great idea. Like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I like these routines.
Yeah, man. Guys, we just slurped literally just before we came on here because they don't want us to do it on. And the timing was perfect, man. Timing was perfect.
Yeah. Since YouTube is so anti-product, anti-vaporizer, they think everything is like tobacco and political and shit. So we're just trying to minimize the torture that YouTube gives us. But we trust that everybody's vaping, dabbing, smoking, got a finger in your butt, whatever you're doing to get your high on.
That's right. The chat's right there going hard for us. Going hard live now in the chat. That's right. Lamart's out there. What's up, brother?
Oh, we got a Lamart in the chat?
Yeah, man. Lamart.
That's Emily. What I like. That's what I like about these daytime streams. We get a little more of the other time zones,
Yeah, man. To catch the other crew. What's up, Emily? What's up, Monster? Seed. What are these guys? Kelly Jameson in the house. Rock on.
Did Emily say he's doinking out? Oh, he's danking out. I get it.
Danking out.
I thought he was doinking out.
Yeah, man. You're projecting some cool shit. I like that.
Doinks. When was the last time you had a doink, Jerry?
Well, we're probably going to define doink before I can really answer that.
Like a smoke, like when you smoke a big blunt or a joint. Doink.
Wow, it's been a little long, huh? Like, yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe since the last time we did. We've done it a few times.
Yeah. What about people in the chat? People in the chat, how often do you smoke, or when was the last time you smoked a blunt or a joint, especially a twaxed? I guess the only time I ever smoke anything is if it's loaded up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to be loaded like a potato.
Listen, man, I'll confess right now, you don't want anything I try to roll anyhow. So it's got to be done before I can do it. Like, I'm going to buy it made, or somebody's with me that's going to roll it.
Okay.
I don't have those skills.
One joint a week. Okay. Social settings. That makes sense. That typically for me, the only time I smoke is when I'm with like people at a party where it's like smokers.
Mm-hmm.
Like at PuffCon, smoke blunts at PuffCon. The whole weekend we smoked a bunch of blunts.
Right.
Because it's a little more of a social thing. Like, hey, let's roll a blunt and pass a blunt, or let's all roll blunts and smoke blunts on the beach or whatever. Because that was cool. Like going to the beach and smoking a blunt at the beach. Vaping bowls at the beach is cool too. But when you ride scooters with blunts in your mouth,
there's something about that. Just having that shit in your mouth, rolling at the ready. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And then you just toss it when you're done, or it's gone.
That's pretty. Or eat it. Remember, do you people eat their roaches?
Are you a roach eater, bro?
No. But in my very first smoke circle, there was another dude named Troy, and he was a roach eater, and he was always like, eat, like whenever like the joint or the blunt was finished, he's like, eat it, and we were like, no. And he's like, eat, if you ain't gonna eat it, I'm gonna eat it, and he would always eat that fucker.
And he liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what's he getting, man? He's getting like a little high, or I mean, I suppose
I mean,
there's a little bit of decarbed vapor in it.
I guess I would say that roach is decarbed, or at least partially decarbed enough to get something from it if you eat it, right?
That's what I'm thinking. But if you just eat weed, you pretty much just get a stomach ache. I mean, there's nothing to be had there. And so the weed in the joint's probably not decarbed. You know what I mean? It's probably so that's interesting. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is. Fuck, maybe it is that close to the cherry. Huh. Oh well.
I don't know. I mean, since a joint and a blunt are both technically vaporizers because the smoke is hot and you're pulling it through the tube of weed, it's convection. You know, you're getting convection heat. That's why you can taste your weed more in like a joint or a blunt than you can in like a bowl because it has some of that convection action. So I'd say
I'll have to pay
stuff
attention to that because I've never noticed that. I hear people talking about it and it makes sense, but to me, all I get is smoke. The smoke just overrides it for me.
Yeah, plus all that resin. Good point, Chris. Man, nice to see you, Gander in flight. I haven't chatted with you in a while. Hope you've been well, my man.
Right? What's up? Oh yeah, the resin.
Chris has been in the community for a long time. He's one of us. People on Reddit. Yeah. A lot of people eat raw ABV too. Like they straight up eat their ABV. I hate the way it tastes, and I hate the way it feels in my mouth, like that sandy, gritty. Like that's what you would expect if you licked somebody's asshole, I guess. I imagine.
Now, okay, so yes, because I thought the same thing when I smoked it. And the problem with telling somebody it tastes like ass is then they think, you have
This
some
guy eats
history
ass.
there. Yeah, and I'm like, I have no idea what it tastes like, but you said it perfectly. It's what I would imagine it tastes like. Way to say it, Troy. I should have taken that on a line. I think it's how I think ass tastes.
Smell a soggy twax bowl. You know, if you some bongs, especially if it's like a can bong where the bowl is on top of the thing, like a sidecar matrix or whatever. If you leave your bowl there, like over a day or two, like if you leave a spent bowl and the moisture gets pulled up into that ABV, it smells so bad. Like whatever happens, like the science, the little living things that go into that.
Ooh. Shit gets moldy too, man. Like it'll get nasty.
Yeah, it gets nasty.
I've discovered some bowls on bongs like that before. I was like, oh no, that's as bad as I can do it, man. Like
I bet you have.
Especially when the vape's on it too, bro. Then the vape's fuck.
Yo, dude, that's happened to me as well. I have I think it's like a Flower Mate Nano, like a V5 Nano or something that just smells bad because left it on the bong. Whoops.
Yikes. Well, I've smoked that shit before. I don't like how it tastes when I smoke it.
Like the wet ABV. Moldy ABV or just ABV?
No, we were just saying how it smells like farts. But when I smoked it, I smoked it once thinking I'm gonna get everything out of this weed, and it was awful. Like I was like,
yeah. I think I've smoked it in desperation. You know, like when you only have ABV and you're like, oh my god, you don't have any actual herb, and you try it.
Yeah, you go there. And you start working harder to get herb.
Yeah, no shit. Trying to meet new friends, walking up to people in Germany. Hey, you smoke weed?
I'd never done that before, even in the States, man. Just like walking around hitting up people for weed. That was great.
Desperation.
Oh my goodness, man. That was an experience for me, man.
Right?
Like, how do we not at least learn the phrase, can I buy some weed in German?
Yeah, that should have been the first thing we learned.
Anybody know that in the chat? Want to type it up for us? I'd like to learn it now, man. Just in case I get in that situation.
He's doing good. I think. It's Friday. Trying to have a good day.
Fuck yeah,
trying to keep my shit aligned. A lot of weird things going on. Like a lot of people be acting strange in the last week or so. Like I've been getting a lot of people coming at me with all kinds of different angles and different dramas and different problems and different conflicts, and
Right.
it's everywhere.
My wife said there's some energy running around right now. Like there's an energy to it or something. Like because she's run into it too. Like not in different places. Like over here, she notices it. She's got some friends elsewhere. You're on the West Coast. You know, there's something going on, man. So yeah, people.
Is it like the post Halloween time shifts? Because like I just noticed the other day it was at like 6:15. It was dark. I'm like, man, it is dark at 6:15 already. And then my wife was like, yeah, in a few days we got to change our clocks back. And I'm like, fuck, it's gonna make it even worse.
Right? Yeah. No.
Why did we do that?
This happened quickly, dude. It really did. And the sun's rising way later, like every day. Like I just noticed this happens. It's been like that my whole life. You're not gonna believe this, guys. The sun rose 2 minutes later today than it did yesterday.
It's crap. I was gonna Google something. Now I forgot what I was gonna Google because the conversation distracted me.
Got so good. It was so compelling.
No, really, the time daylight savings thing. I think we should just stay in daylight savings mode. Like right now, we're technically in daylight savings, right? We should just keep.
I don't know where it is.
Make
I think we should leave it
daylight
alone.
savings the new standard. Like, don't go back to standard time anymore. Let's just keep this the rest of the year and
uni time.
forever.
One time, uni time. One time. That's it.
And the fucking daylight savings time thing for one. Like, let's stop doing that. Let's stop changing the time. Let's stop changing the clocks twice a year. That's stupid. But let's stop doing it while it's in daylight savings mode and not go back to standard, because daylight savings is better.
I like that. And I think we should come up with some universal time where right now it's 3:15 everywhere in the world. And instead of adjusting time in our heads, we adjust the location in our heads and we think more globally instead of centrically to my time. And somehow it just makes sense. And we go, yo, man, it's happening at 3. Everybody knows it's 3 New York time or 3. And then they adjust, but it's not a computation. It's just part of what we do. Geographic. I want to be more geographic with it. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Global time, man. Global time. Everybody's on the same time. You're just in different places.
Yeah, daylight savings ends November 6th, 2 a.m.
Monster doesn't like my idea at all. He'll be lost. I'm fucking with you, aren't I?
Last weekend. Also, Europe, they already changed.
What? Now we're not even doing it at the same time?
According to the internet, we are in daylight savings right now, Pierre.
All right. And according to Kelly, next year is the last time we pull this shit.
Oh, really? They ended it?
Yeah. So that next year, there you go, right there. Check that out. It's on the screen.
Unanimously passes sunshine protection. This bill proposes beginning in November 23 all states go on permanent daylight savings. That's exactly what I want.
You win. Good job, Troy. That was quick.
Holla. Oh, it hasn't passed the Senate yet.
No?
So
we still got some work to do.
I got a boner for nothing. Damn it, Jerry.
Never a boner for nothing, Troy.
It's 4:20 though. It's 2 minutes to 4:20. I hope somebody out there is celebrating.
Right? Are we gonna use our screens and partakey?
I would have to torch. So
okay, not doing that. I guess we'll live vicariously through the chat.
I would be a minute behind right now if I were to torch. So Lux is probably down there dabbing for us.
There you go. She's got it. Make it go, girl.
Chill Mike just got back from Costco. When is the prediction? When will Costco have Kirkland Kush? When will we see some Costco weed?
Kirkland Kush. And when are they going to stop calling themselves a wholesale club.
Damn, Jerry.
Don't forget
See you,
that.
Ralph. Have a good night, bro.
Peace, bro. Yeah, man. We got to mention that every time we talk about those clubs. They're not wholesale clubs, bulk buying clubs.
Okay. I'm for it. I support this, Jerry. Yeah, I saw the passion in your eyes, and I don't feel the same way, but I support your thing. Like, I don't disagree, but I just don't feel the same passion, but I'll support your passion because I saw it.
Appreciate it, brother. We'll get you there. No worries. This is actually the real motivation for this channel for me. It was just to build up a platform where I could talk about wholesale clubs.
Just so you could change Costco from a wholesale club to what is it?
Bulk buying club. If that's all I get to do, I will have succeeded.
Well, okay. We'll add that to the list.
There we go, baby. Fuck yeah. See? Chef Jeff's with me. Fuck those guys. And all of them. It's not just Costco, BJ's, and are there others? It used to be another one.
Oh, we're talking BJ's now.
BJ's the same shit.
I've never been to a BJ's store.
Do they have them out there?
I don't know. I know there's a BJ's restaurant.
Well, yeah, there you go. Go for it, Amanda. Well, BJ's is just another version of Costco. In fact, it might even be a Walmart version. I don't know, but isn't there another one? Is there another bulk buying club in your area, Troy?
Sam's, but I'm not sure if they're here or not.
Sam's is the Walmart one. Then BJ's is just whatever the fuck it is, but it's the same thing. So yeah, that's right. Sam's, same thing. They should be called bulk buying club. And yes, did we get a date on Kirkland Kush? Did anybody?
Yeah.
Because I will buy them bulk.
I'm gonna say 2025.
Kirkland Kush.
2025.
Man, so that's all it took was 3 years to get ground level weed, and that'd be amazing, man.
I'm just being hopeful.
Right? No, but that could happen. That could happen.
If I'm right, I love being right, but I'm not predicting anything. I'm just being hopeful.
Kirkland Kush.
I mean, I would love to say next year, but I mean that would take a freaking miracle, like with legalization and all that shit. So,
is the name already trademarked? That would help,
I mean, even 2025 is very hopeful. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think 2028, 2030 is probably sadly more realistic for like Costco cannabis, but 2025 hopeful. It's probably going to be CBD. Costco's going to carry CBD first. The way we're going right now, anyway.
In California,
I don't know.
Because didn't you guys just recently cut loose on the CBD restrictions, and now you can put it in shit and sell it in shit, whereas for a while.
Oh, I don't know. Florida was the one that had the weed in Circle K, which apparently got squished already. Somebody like in the government. Yeah, that whole thing got snipped.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. It was a few days after, like, the whole thing went viral. I'm sure they're gonna fight it and try to work it through.
Was it even gonna happen? Sometimes they just throw shit out there just to do things. You know what I mean?
To get some attention. That's what it's normalization. It's what we need to do. Like there is some working cyclism of the way society works that we just need to embrace. Like sometimes we fight things because we observe it as like, that's just media hype, and that business is doing that to make money, like that kind of thing. That's how shit works. That's how the world works. Like sometimes we need to just embrace that sometimes.
Especially this world.
Yeah.
We'll change it. It'll be a while.
Yeah. Who's changing the world out there?
I gotta say, Costco cannabis is almost just as ringy as Kirkland cannabis. Like they could go either way with that, but it's the same shit, right? Like Kirkland is Costco's brand, so probably be Kirkland cannabis, right?
Yeah, Kirkland Kush. They'd have their own strain, right? They'd invest in genetics.
Kush. How about BJ's? BJ's. what's a good word for chronic there you could throw in
How
there?
about BJ's?
How about BJ's weed?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It could be a thing.
could be a thing. Sam's,
Sam's, yeah, sure.
they can do shit with that.
What's the Sam's brand? Like, do they have like a special brand that they use within their stores? Like,
I haven't seen a Sam's in forever. You're right. They have one though.
I don't shop at Walmart, so I don't know what the Walmart brands are. Is there like a Walmart brand?
Blunt Chase, that's good. Or BJ's Blunts. I like that. That'll work. Now you guys are on the right track.
You know, like Kroger's getting huge, by the way.
Yes.
They just bought up like one of their competitors. I saw, like, and it changes all my grocery stores are now the same. Basically.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, but they have their own private brand, like the Private Reserve. It's like a generic brand that they've built up within their own stores to like have its own little kind of reputation. I mean, there's a bunch of generic brands that have done this, but like Private Reserve from the Kroger brand, that's a perfect fucking brand for cannabis.
Right.
It's already one of the terms that dispensaries use. You know, like for your classifications of cannabis, you have like your top shelf, then you have like your Private Reserve, then your Grower's Reserve, you know, the Percy rosin. There's all these like tiers of this is so good that I wouldn't sell it, or you know, like you know, this is custy. This is shit that you know just goes to the market.
I like those names. Custy.
Yeah, well, in the weed market, that's kind of shitty. You know, it's like mids. Like people throw around the word mids as an insult to describe like, oh, that weed is mids. You're smoking mids, which is hilarious because we're all a bunch of middle class people being like, middle class weed. You know, it's like, what are we really insulting?
I haven't heard any of that shit since dispensaries came out here. Like that just doesn't come up anymore. You know what I mean? They might talk about minis, minis and pre-ground. That's the difference now. Instead of mids, regs, and Kush, it's fucking pre-ground minis and then nuggets, you know, or flour.
Pre-ground just makes my heart sad.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I understand that some of the places are now doing like infused pre-ground. You know, so that could be a thing. And blends, it opens up a bunch of new avenues, and there can be ways to like store it where there's minimal loss, but minimal is still a word. You know, you're going to maintain the most freshness and the least amount of oxidation by keeping that nug whole in its natural protective body.
Yep.
Like there's by busting it open and you expose all of those new areas to new and more open air and oxidation and light. So there's going to be loss no matter how you do it or how you store it.
What if you nitrogen package it, Troy, right when you grind it?
Okay. It's still like setting a fuse and keeping that short little fuse in an environment that can't be maintained. As soon as you open that thing, right, you're gonna get, oh, it smells so amazing. It smells just like the nugs. And then a day later, you got an eighth of ground weed. The same thing as leaving your fucking grinder open overnight. You know, you ever grind a nug and vape a bowl and then come back the next morning and you're like, oh, I left my grinder open and that half a nug is now kind of stale. You vape it, it doesn't taste quite as fresh, doesn't taste quite as good. People are gonna buy eighths of that.
Yeah, no, been there, man, been there. And that's what it is. I mean, there was only really one time I liked the pre-ground I bought, and it was, I forget the name of the dispensary before they got bought up by Sunshine, but they had really fire shit for a while. But the last time I bought it was the last time I'll buy it. It was at True Leave or something, and it was just junk. I mean, it literally, you could tell they were ground up stems. It was just whatever they could find to grind up and throw it in there. And I went, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot. And I was like, damn, I hardly felt anything. It was some of the weakest shit I'd ever been around. So
Yeah.
yeah, fuck that noise.
I could see the infused pre-ground being a different tale. Like imagine you take some really good herb and in the growing process it's trimmed, and in the trimming process the parts that are created are fucking smokable. Like it's basically high quality shake. Now you take good nugs and add it to that good quality shake, grind it as coarsely as possible, tumble it with the keef from that's been separated from the trimming process. Maybe oil it with rosin or whatever other concentrates you can utilize from that same strain, from the same process, and put out a pre-ground that's infused with concentrates, either from that same strain or even from similar phenotypes or complementary phenotypes. Like I
By
could be
infused, you mean just mixed with?
yeah, like
Okay.
if I can open a jar and have like an eighth of, it's got to be coarse for me. Like I need to have some breakups in there, like something to break up,
Mhm.
but coarsely ground, where it's infused with like rosin or live resin, keef, like moon rocks.
Mhm. All right. I could see that. I mean, that's basically just the same thing as these twaxers that we do. We're just dropping
Yeah,
concentrate on that. And
where's
I always just hear infused and I go, what the fuck does that mean? And what are they doing? And if I hear sprayed on, it wigs me out. But if you're
dude, I
spraying the right
know
shit,
the D, like
so
all the D8 and the D10 and the HHC,
yeah.
the stuff that's like derived from CBD and then
Yep.
sprayed on to nugs after they're trimmed. That weirds me out. I don't like that. I don't even
Mm-hmm.
want to eat gummies that are made that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because they make gummies that way. I don't want
Yeah,
that.
they do. They make a bunch of shit that way. I'm going to show you some tonight. I got a bag of it. It's funky. Dude, they got shit I've never heard of now. I don't know what they're doing. They got everything on the planet now. It's not just Delta 8 anymore.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts. But
Yeah.
some people dig it. I'm not sure what I think of it yet. I'm still just getting started making an opinion on that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've always stayed away just because I didn't get it and it was too abnormal for me. It's like natural weed shit. Like what you said, I dig. Oh, I'm gonna take the stuff that fell off in the process and put it back in. Fucking win, brother. Yeah, do that all day. You know what I mean? But don't fucking take some shit you pulled from a hemp plant, turned into powder, ran through an acid wash, just converted that to a liquid and spray that on my buds.
Yeah. Yeah. That's taking it into an area that I'm not super comfortable with either. Like,
Mhm.
I agree. That's it takes away what what I naturally like about cannabis. Like
Mhm.
I like that the drugs I'm using as my daily medicine are grown on a plant organically. I can grow them right here in my fucking house,
Right?
snip them off and grind them up. It's like herbal medicine, you know?
Mhm.
Once it starts doing all the crazy stuff, like taking the CBD and processing that into other things, even if they are chemically found, if they're just doing it that way, to me, it's just, it goes beyond the herbal medicine
Mhm.
element of it.
Mhm. It's interesting that way. Yeah.
I'm not saying we shouldn't do it, because we should explore the shit out of it. And if it can be, synthesized, we should still figure that out. Like I know we're all anti synthetic weed, but synthetic, all the synthetic weeds that are out there now aren't really that, what I mean? Like they're kind of misnomers.
Yeah. There's some good stuff there, man. I was looking at a lot of that when I ran into this stuff yesterday at Champs. So, um, it's hitting your shelves, you know, because they keep staying ahead of the microscope, just trying to stay ahead of the vision.
Yeah, because every time something smushes them out legally, they can, just modify it a little bit more. And
Yeah.
this one here is actually a blend. I've been using this one, been testing this one. It's a blend of like HHC and Delta 8, and it's like 5 other variations that are blended together for a best experience that's legal in all 50 states.
Right.
It's legal in all 50 states, and I hit it and I get high as shit. I don't know how to describe it. It's not as good as the real shit, but it's legal in all 50 states. Hard to complain.
Yeah. I'm not getting too high yet, so I'm still working on the does it still get you high part. I'm glad that you feel something, so I'll be interested to see if I have something here that's similar to what you have. I think I do, so
Nice.
and I can try that, because the one I'm trying now is not fully rocking my world yet.
I think the one I have is from Melee
Alright.
Vapes. Not sure if you're familiar with them.
I am not, bro. But yeah, we're gonna dive into that later tonight, man. If you want to hear more about that, we're gonna hit that shit up, because I'm glad you've been hitting one that we can talk about. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've got a few of them here.
So, is it another 420 we missing, or is it the same one that's another one?
We're in like one of the power hours. Oh man, we started watching 710s as well, and there are a few times where like there's a 710 5 minutes away from a 420.
That's what we need to do. Let's power up that clock. I want both of them. Yeah, love that. Because I mean, there's no reason not to, man. Not for us. We're always doing both anyhow, dude. Then you'd know whether we're packing a bowl or dropping a dab. So what time is it, dickhead? You know what's going on.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Don't need to ask. Pack that bowl.
We are getting at the 30-minute mark, which is where usually I'm like, hey, it's time for me to vape a bowl.
Do that, and we got a little bit of work to do anyhow. So why don't we kick out and get to work?
Sounds good. We're gonna have to tune in for the rest of the show tonight. Tonight we're talking about big bowls, big bowls, not big balls. Big bowls. Sorry. Why they exist, which vapes have them, what we like about them, what we don't like about them, how the experience is different, etc.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude. I haven't had this one on in a while. So,
what vapes are gonna appear tonight, Jerry?
The Vaporizer XL is ready to rock and roll. It's already hot, and this pack's a big fucking bowl. And then I'm gonna break out the Verdamper too. Please tell me I just want you to break out the Verdamper. That's the only thing I want to see you hit. Will you break that out for us? Pretty please. We got to hit that one right. We got to do it right.
I don't know how to hit it in here. I would have to stand up to hit it.
That's what I'm gonna do. You have to stand up to hit that thing. I'll have it on this desk, and I'll have to stand up to hit that thing.
What do you guys think? Do I need to bust out the Verdamper? Need to learn how to say it.
The Verdamper.
There's an F in there, isn't there?
That's the store, Verdamper or something.
They're fucking confusing me, those fuckers.
They are very much. Yeah. There you go. Everybody's gonna say yes to that.
Well, then I guess I need to get it out if I need to relearn its name.
Right, and then just get it out, turn it on. If you don't turn it on, I'll remind you at the beginning of the show, because you don't have to hit it till 30 minutes in. But yeah, go ahead and get that set up and on, man. But don't hit it yet. Right, okay. Chief? Yeah, we'll get that thing out.
I'll get it. I'll set it up. I'll get it hot, but I won't hit it until we're in the show.
Yes, that's perfect. Set it up, have it hot, and then we'll start the show. And yeah, thanks, Gervais there. It translates to the Vaporizer. I love when we have our Euros here for that kind of shit, man. I don't know what the fuck's up, man. I don't know what's up. You guys are dope. All right, cool. So that's what we're up to, man.
All right. I won't modify it. I won't add balls to it. But yeah, we'll.
Nah.
What else? Yeah. So we're gonna get the
And then I have the White Volcano here because that's really technically the biggest bowl in terms of mass market shit that you can get. Everything else is kind of hard to find.
I'll probably pull out the Volcano hybrid. I'll pull out a hybrid if there's room.
Probably not, but the Verdamper takes priority. If you can't get them both, do the Verdamper.
I can make some room. I need to clean my desk anyway.
This is getting good now. I like it. Okay, cool. I like it.
Oh yeah. Plus, I kind of like having the Volcano hybrid on my desk. Like when I hit that White Volcano a few times when I was here, had a nice time with it. So it was fun.
Yeah, it's still on my desk. I was gonna get the hybrid. The hybrid's just right around the corner in the other room. We use it all the time, but I was gonna. So I usually just bring it in, but the white one's still there. So I was like, let's keep the white one out. So good. If you have both of them, that's great. Couple hybrids, couple for dampers. I'll have the Vaporizer XL. That's a lot of big bowls, brother. A lot of big bowls.
Yeah, I don't have an Vaporizer XL, so you're gonna have to like show me some close-ups and figure out what we're missing or what I need to look into.
To set up some camera, right? Huh? All right,
Yeah.
sweet. Sounds like fun. All right, cool. You guys get your alarm set because I know you guys are early or catch it later or whatever. But make sure you check up on Twitch.
Yeah. Is there any vapes that we're missing? What vapes? The chat was throwing out some vapes. The mini nail. Yeah, we got the mini nail.
Yeah, we got.
Although
we
we're
got
talking
the regular one.
We're talking herb vapes tonight.
That's right.
Is there any other big bowl vapes that are modern that are still out? I don't think so.
I mean, we talked about some of them, and
the CFX Plus. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, portable wise, we talked about the Mighty, the CFX Plus, the Sticky Brick, and maybe one more. But we've been down those roads plenty, and now I'm talking bowls like half gram. Like we want to get a big bowl. So.
Big, so real. Oh, the Plenty. Oh yeah. Okay.
True.
I'm not gonna plug my fucking Plenty.
Why don't you bring out the Plenty instead of the hybrid, Troy? See how many accidents we can have. Evo's not big enough. I can't get more than a quarter gram without getting too tight on that.
Heard people modifying their Plenty, making it into a harder hitter. In the 420 Vape Zone Discord, some people have taken apart their Plenty and realized that the power dial,
yes,
like when it stops at 9 or whatever, it's actually being stopped by an internal mechanism. And if you remove the internal mechanism, the power dial turns a little bit further. It makes the vape hotter.
Ooh, if you turn all the way up, does it combust hot or does it just get?
I don't know, but people, I think 2 people have done it now in the Discord, and they're saying that it hits significantly harder. It's a more powerful vape.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
I think somebody even added balls to it. Somebody like found like in the spot, there's like, oh, you can add balls here, like to these little. Yeah. So
to which one? A classic or no? We're talking about the Plenty. That's more like it's got the same 6 holes. You could drop balls in those holes.
Turn it into a ball vape.
Probably, man. See if it's too restricted. I don't know. Anyhow, man.
Yeah.
There we go again. Let's get to work. Because now we got to make a Plenty ball vape. with no dial restriction. I'm blown away by that.
I'm kind of blown away by that too, because that would actually be pretty damn perfect. Now the dead man switch makes sense. Now leaving it plugged in and having it there available and like, oh, you can just hit the button and then it'll be hot and ready in like a minute or whatever. Pull the trigger, hold that fucker on your bong. We need to see a Plenty update. Let's go back to Germany with
let's make the Plenty update.
Yeah.
Let's pull the restrictors off, put the balls in there, and see if we can burn our houses down. Because that's why they did that shit, is they don't want people burning their houses down. But would it? How are they close enough, really? Yeah.
I don't think so. We can build it in a way where it's amazing, you know? Thanks, Vinny the Panda. V3 Pro is a sweet little vape, man.
Right?
Sweet little vape.
Right on.
I'm really digging the Planet of the Vapes updates. Like that glass mouthpiece just makes so much sense on that vape. It feels so good.
The dimpled thing?
Yeah.
I love it, bro. I really do.
I went back to hitting it with the old mouthpiece just to compare, and it was like one of the more obvious reach tests I've done, where it's like, whoa, like this one just feels, the vapor just feels so much better in the mouth going through glass.
I'm glad you dig it, man. I mean,
the only thing I don't like is it's so much heavier that if you're like Italian and you're talking and vaping and you're waving your vape around, that fucker will fly off. It's so heavy that
the first time you pulled it out, I was like, what? I had not. It was funny, man. It was so funny to me that something that I had not considered was the first thing you did. When you opened it up, like, what the fuck? Oh, shit! I never thought about holding a vape and trying to swing shit up before, like that hard. That's funny, man. So, but no, I hear you on that. Well, it's good. I'm glad you dig it. I'd pushed them to make that change in the one for like a year, and it's finally in there, and I'm stoked. And it was perfect timing to get it into the V3 Pro. I think dimpled glass like that it should be standard, bro. Now that it's in those models, if somebody's not putting dimpled glass on their shit, I'm not sure that they're paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so easy to cool the vapor. All you gotta do.
Heard. Agreed. Nipples are the future. Nipples and balls.
Right on, baby. Let's nip and ball this joint everywhere.
Man. All right. So we're gonna have to figure out this plenty hack. We're gonna have to do we can't do it next week because next week, spoiler alert, next week we're gonna be unveiling some new products. So we can't do it next week. And the week after that is probably gonna be Black Friday stuff. The start of Black Friday. And the week after that is Black Friday.
Well, that gives us time. I've got the plenty heat exchanger, a naked one around here somewhere that I could pull out and just see if it'll work.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That. Then we'll know if it's worth fucking with plenties.
Maybe we can just make it a new stream. Maybe we can schedule a special stream for it. Sounds like fun.
I love the idea. It's gonna be great.
All right, Jerry. I gotta get some lunch. We still got work to do. Yep. And we're got a big show to do tonight. And if you want me to set up this verdamper and a volcano.
And we're getting spammed. It's perfect time to hit it.
Oh, find your love in U City. There you go, everybody. If you want to find your love in U City, just hit up this 18sex.xyz because everyone in this community is so fucking dumb that you need spam to find porn.
In English. Fucking love it. Oh, so good. So fucking good. Okay, yeah. Anyhow, you guys are dope. We dig you, love you. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Apparently Vape Fiend is streaming in 2 hours. So hit up the Vape Fiend stream 2 hours. And then Troy and Jerry, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Twitch.
That's right. About 5 hours from now. Yeah.
All right. See you.
Glad that you're here. Troy and Jerry. Think tank. They're streaming just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
What's up, Troy?
Yeah, happy Friday, Jerry.
Good to see you, man.
Whew, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. It's been a week.
I'm ready for a good weekend, man.
I'm ready for a good weekend too.
I'm gonna get really fucked up.
I got to hit that thing. A pretty special piece, man.
Got some babes to beat up.
They're streaming just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Troy.